Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Tarot Tea Time. Happy Friday. How is everybody doing? How was your week? I want to hear all about it. And we have some tea to spill, of course, as always. This is an interesting story to start out with. I will say this was a request. And, Voice of Davis, shout out. Thank you for the request. This request is about Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry. And I think this is super odd because honestly, like, I haven't heard too much about them. I thought that they were like a happy couple. They've been married for quite a while. So, according to sources, I believe this article is from Yahoo. I looked up some of these requests just to give us a little bit of background. Hold on, let me see. I'll pull it up while we're waiting for people to join. Okay. So, this is, yeah, Yahoo Entertainment via Life and Style magazine. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom have stopped putting effort into their relationship and it could be the end. This came out January 26th. Isn't that kind of surprising? You don't hear much about them. They seem really happy. Yeah, so I guess let's go ahead and pull some cards and just see, like, is there any truth to that? It's just kind of a random rumor. So, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of shuffling here. Oh, okay, the cards are already hopping. So, this is gonna be something that's gonna come through, I can already tell. The cards are charged up. All right, let's see. So let's first pull a card for Orlando Bloom. Let's get his vibe. I just feel like we don't really hear too much about either of them anymore. They both seem, I thought they were just happily kind of living their married life. So pulling a card for Orlando Bloom. When it comes to his relationship with Katy Perry, let's see. The Fool. Okay, interesting. This is a new beginning. This is a fresh start. Interesting. All right. So, hmm. I do think it's interesting that you would want a fresh start with someone that you're with if there wasn't some sort of truth to that rumor. Okay, let's pull a card to see what he wants a fresh start about. Let's get a clarifier here. So, why would Orlando Bloom want a fresh start in his relationship? This Fool card does tell me if he wants a new start with her, that means he wants to stay. Let's see. Hmm. Why does Orlando Bloom want a fresh start in his relationship with Katy Perry? Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I love this card. We always talk about this card on the channel. This is like a really good card when you're doing a love reading because this is all about like slow and steady wins the race energy. This is all about building something. This is the kind of person that you can really like count on and rely on. So I think that he is this type of person or wants to be this type of person in their relationship. This would be somebody who wants to do things right. So I feel like maybe there was an issue in the past where he feels like he slipped up in some way because the Knight of Pentacles is really wanting to like be there for someone, wanting to be solid, wanting to like just do all the right things. Let's see. Let's do a past, present, future for them. This is really interesting. Let's do past, present, future for Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom to clarify why he would want a fresh start, why he would want to be a King of Pentacles. Let's see. Okay, in the past, and let's do this from Orlando Bloom's perspective, just because I do want to find out what he wants to change and like why. So let's stick with his perspective for now. So in the past, in his relationship with Katy Perry, what was his energy like? What was he doing? How was he showing up? Let's see. The Knight of Swords. Oh, okay. This makes sense. This is drama. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, you guys. This is drama. This is immaturity. So yeah, okay. This makes a lot of sense. Swords are all about like the words that we use, and the Knight of Swords can be like harsh, blunt, cutting. The Knight of Swords can also be someone that charges ahead without really thinking. Or I'm sorry, with thinking more than feeling. So it's like this can be a person that can be cold. It can also be kind of a selfish card. So that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so Allegedly for entertainment purposes, according to the Tarot T spill here, Orlando Bloom in the past feels that he was immature in regards to his relationship with Katy Perry. He has a lot of regrets as far as like the way that he acted. Okay, what about in the present moment? What about in the present? What is his energy like in the present moment? Ooh, okay. The high priestess, intuition. All right. So he is having kind of a spiritual awakening, a little bit of a spiritual glow up, if you will. So yeah, okay, that makes so much sense. So Orlando Bloom basically went from a lot of immaturity and just saying things that he regrets to having kind of a spiritual awakening and realizing that he doesn't want to continue on that path. He doesn't feel great about some of the things that he's said and done. And so the high priestess is really like activating his intuition, his higher self. He's really starting to transform from the inside out, which makes total sense about why he would want the Fool card, a new beginning with her, in order to do things right. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. To go from the Knight of Swords to the Knight of Pentacles. Someone who builds and is like stable from someone who was kind of more like self-centered, allegedly for entertainment purposes. That makes total sense. Okay, let's pull some cards on her now, her perspective, to clarify those rumors that they've stopped working on things. So, from Katy Perry's perspective, let's see. In the past, while he was being the Knight of Swords, what was her energy like around the relationship? What was her energy? Ace of Swords. Ooh, okay. Isn't she like a triple Scorpio? I'm pretty sure that she's like Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So, the Ace of Swords versus the Knight of Swords. Wow, that is quite the clash of battle of the wills. It's like battle of the intellect. I would say that they're both very like intellectual people. When they fight, they probably both have like really good arguments. But I will say that she probably won most of the fights, the Ace of Swords. This is the victory card. This is using your intellect to have a victory. So I think that they would fight and she would end up, being right or, making him feel kind of like he was in the wrong because he was allegedly for entertainment purposes. The knight versus the ace, that's really not a fair matchup. So I think that she could see through the BS. She could see through his dramatic ways. And I definitely think that she would get tired of this, right? Anybody would. That's exhausting. Hi, Voices of Davis. Oh my gosh. This is your request, right? Yes, a triple Scorpio. Okay. Okay, I see. Yes, thank you for the confirmation. Okay, so that makes sense. So in the past, she kind of got tired of just seeing through the drama. And Ace of Swords, she was in the right? So I definitely think that he was growing up in some ways. Let's get a card for her present energy, how she feels right now. Yes, it was okay, cool. Awesome. How are you doing, Voice of Davis? How was your week? How's everything been going? Okay. Oh, we got two cards. I'm just gonna take them. Okay. Ooh. All right. How she feels in the present moment. Ooh, the moon card. This is in touch with your emotions. The I just don't know what sources to trust. Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Voice of Davis, we're gonna try to get some clarity here. We're trying to find at least the tarot tea truth. We're gonna pour a little of that out. I'm glad your week was good though. Hi, Diane. Oh my gosh, so good to see you. How was your week, Diane? Diane, we are reading about Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom. And this is Katy Perry's energy in the present moment. So the moon card. Yeah. So she's in touch with her intuition. She's in touch with her feelings, but this is also a card that can indicate hidden feelings. So she may not have communicated all of her feelings to him just yet. I think there's a lot that she's kind of keeping close to her vest. Um, she's not quite ready to share the clarity that she's gained around this relationship. So I definitely, based on just this alone, I have goosebumps right now. I would say that whoever, whatever source that was that provided this info to like Life and Style and Yahoo, I think there's a little bit of truth to it. I really do. Wow. And I hate to say that because they seem like a happy couple. Hopefully they get through this. But the moon card, I mean, this is pretty intense, very in touch with her emotions, with her emotional self. And we also have the world card for her. So this is change. I think she's seeing things from a different perspective. She may already be done with this lesson. This may have been a life lesson that she's like, okay, I've learned. So let's pull a couple future cards for them to see. But yeah, they're in very different energy. She's in the world and the moon, and he's in the Knight of Pentacles and the Fool. Like he wants to start over with her. She's kind of in a place right now where she's done with it, allegedly for entertainment purposes. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to take a little sip of my tarot tea, which is water this time, by the way. I was a little unhinged last time. Thank you all for humoring me. Let's see. Yes, Diane, Katie, and Orlando are married. And sources have been saying that they were working on their relationship, but they've reached a place where they may be calling it quits soon. So we're doing a little reading to see kind of like where their energy's at. I'm glad your week was great. That's awesome. Good to hear. Okay, Diane says I think they've been on and off, haven't they? I thought that once they got married, they were like solid. I haven't heard this is actually the first I've heard of like any issues. But maybe I just didn't see, you know, the tabloids or whatever that you guys saw. But I was under the impression that they were like solid as a rock. Okay, so let's pull for their future. Okay, let's see next 6 months. See what comes through here for Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom the next 6 months. Just pull like an outcome card. Two of Cups reversed. What? Guys, no. You hate to see this. I'm always rooting for people to work it out, but recencies in our lifetime, we always say that around here, not everything is meant to work out or last forever. But the Two of Cups in the reverse, this is definitely a rethinking of the partnership, rethinking of the connection. This reading is just 1000% confirming the tarot tea, or I mean the tabloid tea. Let's pull one clarifier. That's sad. I kind of hate to leave it on this note. No tarot tea for me. Not today. It's water tea for me today. Uh, let's see. Clarify that Two of Cups reversed. Anything else we can get before we move on? It's just sad, but sometimes the tarot tea truth is a little rough, a little hard to take. Guys, the Five of Cups in reverse. This is like they're crying on this card. This is like looking at what you don't have instead of what you do have. Now, in the reverse, this tells me that in the future, they're gonna like overcome this energy, but that might just be because they've accepted the ending of the relationship. But the Five of Cups being present in the future, even if it's in the reverse, it tells me that like they may be deeper into the separation than anybody knows. Like, because a lot of the time when celebrities come out with like a divorce or a separation, like they'll tell the tabloids or like have a source, let everybody know like 6 months or so after they've actually gone through their real breakup. They don't like run to tell the tabloids right away. So these two cards together in the reverse tells me that like, you know, I think that I think they're further along in the separation process, and who's to say this can't turn around? Because you never know, it could. I hate to see this, but yeah, it looks like those sources were correct. And I think that this has been going on for a while. So allegedly for entertainment purposes, that's a tarot tea on that. Oh, sad. Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Voice of Davis says, we were listening to an astrology podcast and they were saying how hard the Pluto in Aquarius must be for Katy Perry since she has all that Scorpio in her chart. Ooh, interesting. Transformation. Yep. Anybody with like a lot of Aquarius, Scorpio, even, Capricorn, depending on like how you use that energy during that 20-year transit, it's just a time of transformation. It's a big shift, especially, wherever you have that in your chart. So I could totally see that. Yeah, that's a good point, Voice of Davis. Diane says, "I think they broke up a couple times, maybe before they got married." Okay. Yeah, that would check out. Very sad. All right, well, that's what we have for them. Okay, let's move on to another one. Sending them love as we always do. If it's not meant to be, this transformation is moving them towards, where they're supposed to be in their life, then, we wish them the best. And, but you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Sometimes the transitions are tough. So let's see. I have another thing that I've looked up here. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys, the Justin Timberlake Britney Spears thing. So remember when we did our last live, I was like pulling cards about Britney and here, one second. I'm gonna move this up so I can see you guys better. I have a little bit of a different setup today, and I want to be able to read the comments better. Hold on. Try to move that out of the way. Okay, there we go. Okay, so remember how we did like the reading with Brittany and Justin, and basically what I got was that she was going to, be glad that he was getting his karma, like all this stuff. Well, a couple days ago, when she apologized, I was shocked. I was like, was the tarot tea truth just not truthing that night? Like, so confused. Well, then fast forward a little bit. Justin did his ego thing that we were talking about on here. His ego is going to be the end of, his career. And he went ahead and did that on his birthday of all times. He was like, I will have to apologize. I want to apologize to absolutely no one. And then played Crimea River. Like, those were fighting words. And then Brittany's now come around and said what we kind of, what I was getting with the energy. Just that, like, no, like he's going to get his karma. I forget it. I was being nice. So let's pull a couple cards to see like what is going to be next for him because I feel like he really had an opportunity there. He really did, where he could have just accepted how gracious she was. He could have just walked away from the situation and launched his career, and people couldn't have really said much because if Britney's willing to forgive him, who are we to say? But he went and he let his ego run wild. I couldn't believe it. I really was just like, wow, because that was the energy we were getting in that reading. My gosh, just leave it to Justin. Okay. So what is next for him now? He really did have an opportunity to just, have be humble and just accept her kindness, but he didn't. Hi, Penny. How's it going? Penny, you got here at the right time. We were talking about all the stuff that happened with Justin and Brittany this past week and how wild it was. How it went from like her saying, oh, and you and I talked about it too, Penny. Her saying, like, oh, I'm sorry for anybody that it hurt. I love Justin's song, da da da, to him not being able to be humble enough to just accept it. And then, yeah, and she's not having it. So our girl is not having it anymore. So I'm going to pull some cards to see. Yeah, he had an opportunity. He really did. He really did. Wow. But that just kind of goes to show just how like egocentric he really is. I'm sorry. It does. That's the vibe we always get from him. Okay, so let's pull some cards to see like what's going to happen next for him. How is the rest of his album going to be received? I just want to see where it goes from here. Allegedly for entertainment purposes. Let's see the next 6 months for Justin. Five of Swords. You guys, isn't this what we got for him last time? That he was in Five of Swords? Yes, we did. This was the energy that we got for how Brittany was like what she realized that he was doing. So this was, and that was like in the past. He's also doing this now again. He's back to his old tricks. Oh my gosh. Talk about not learning from your past mistakes. I feel like he is repeating a cycle. Five of Swords, he's falling back into his old ways of like manipulation, trying to get what he wants at all costs. I really don't like this card. I have goosebumps right now. It's that like icky to me. He's scheming. He is scheming. And what could he? Oh my God. I feel like he is going to allegedly try to expose something about Brittany to try to make her look bad. This is oh my god, I really think that he is gonna try to fight fire with fire, and he's thinking, "Okay, I'm not gonna be humble. I'm not gonna go that route. Forget that. I am gonna say I don't need to apologize to anybody. People are gonna be mad like they are, and then he's like, I'm gonna expose something, say something, write something, dig something up. And he's got to be careful though, because I mean, allegedly she will, she threatened some legal action, but he's trying to figure out how he can discredit her. Five of Swords. Oh my gosh, he is going full on. Wow. That I do not think that's the right move. I really don't think that's the right move. Okay, how is that going to pan out for him? Let's see. I'm so happy. Yeah, Penny, I'm so happy that she responded too. I think that shows so much like growth. She has been through so much. And I think for so long she was like silenced and she felt like she had to be silent. And we really can see now that like she is speaking her truth no matter what. And she's very present. She's not just like letting things slide or having her PR team do it. Like she's really showing up as herself. We're hearing it straight from her, no publicists are cleaning it up. And I think it's that authenticity that we have been talking about with Pluto and Aquarius. She's really like on that vibe. And I think that people are going to embrace her for it. And I think that Justin, this Five of Swords, that was very Pluto and Capricorn. It's not going to work this time. He's trying to do what he did before. He's trying to repeat old cycles. And I think this time the karma is going to catch up. I mean, all right. So let's see. What would be the result of him doing this Five of Swords thing where he's going to try to discredit her? Allegedly. He's going to get blasted. Penny, I agree. He is going to get blasted. I like that. Let's see. What is going to happen? The Sun card. What? Why do we have the Sun card? Let me get some clarity there. I hate this. I'm just going to be honest. I hate this card that we got this card right now. What? Why is he going to be happy? Okay. Oop. The Empress. I'm going to keep pulling a couple clarifiers. Walking away. He's going to be happy because there's going to be an Empress that's going to walk away. I really don't like this. Is this Empress Brittany? Or is this his wife? Guys, I'm getting some weird vibes. Hey Liz, how's it going? Oh my gosh, yes, Voice of Davis. We'll do an update on Timothy and Kylie since the Dune 2 press tour has started. Okay, awesome. Such a good request. Absolutely. That'll be fun. Just trying to clarify this weird tea. Okay, is this Empress, Jessica, or Brittany? Because I'm getting this weird feeling that it could be like either one. The Page of Cups. This would be Brittany because this is like pages are like your youth or this is like the love that he had when he was like a child. His first love, Page of Cups. So, okay, I really don't like this and I don't know why this is what's coming next, but as we've seen even just with like what just happened this past week, it was like Brittany said, I forgive like I'm sorry if I hurt anybody with what I wrote in my book, being a little too nice in my opinion. um, I love Justin's song, all of that. Well, that backfired because he took that and ran with it and was like absolutely horrible. Did the Five of Swords thing where he was just like perfect. He doesn't care about, I mean, allegedly, I don't think he really cares about her. And so it's like she gave him an inch, she took a mile. And I think he's going to continue trying to, like I said, dig some things up to try to make her look bad, try to make it look like he was the one that did the right thing. This is going to make him happy for a time because remember, things have flip flopped. This is just what's coming next. I don't think that the storybook is going to end here, though. So, for a time, he is going to try to bring some things up, allegedly for entertainment purposes. I think he might be successful in that just because a lot's gone on between them and she's had a lot of difficulties. Um, I think that she is going to walk away for a time from this situation. And this was his first love. I really don't like this. Okay, sometimes the tea just tells you things you don't want to hear. So his wife. Penny says his wife. Okay. I hope that's his wife, and I'm getting Let me pull another clarifier there. What is the purpose of all of that? How will that help him get his karma? Temperance card, balance. There, okay. So Brittany and Justin, and if you guys saw that in-depth thing I did where I looked at their birth charts and like they have a lot of similarities in their birth charts, okay? And I'm not saying this to like give anybody an excuse or a pass. But we only see like the very surface of things, right? We can only see what we've heard in tabloids, what we observe ourselves. Temperance is about balancing out the karma though. And I think that there may be things that went on both sides potentially, okay? Not saying that like he was not in the wrong. I get a bad feeling from him. I don't get a bad feeling from her. But I think that there are a few things that still might need to be balanced out between them. They do have a connection, a spirit, a soul connection, a contract, and they're both learning like some similar lessons. I think they help each other learn the lessons. So this is kind of revisiting some past drama. I think they're going to relive some past cycles to ultimately find this temperance moment. And I think that it's going to be up to Brittany how she acts. It's like really she has the power in this scenario. Just like how we kind of already saw. If she says it's okay, if she's kind to him, people are going to side with her. If she says what he did was wrong and she tells more of her truth, people are going to listen. I just think she kind of has the upper hand. So he could self-destruct, but yeah, it's a very weird situation. They're both kind of like still learning from each other. It's really weird. It's this temperance energy of like having to balance their shared karma. They definitely had past lives together. So, yeah, well, I think we're going to see this continue to play out for a little while. More things are going to come out on both sides. And ultimately, he's trying to get her to walk away. That's what we have for now, but I don't know that that will be like the case forever, right? This may just be like their next round, another match, and then it'll go back the other way again. So, okay, I'm going to leave that there for now because that is like a very deep soul contract energy. It's a little complicated. Holy smokes. He keeps shooting himself in the foot. He sure does, Diane. He sure does. Let's see. I don't think many people care about people. Yeah, I don't know. Voice of Davis, didn't you ever have like a first love or something though? And like you ever have like regrets? I don't know. Like I feel like doesn't mean that you want to be with that person by any means, but there can be things that like maybe you feel bad about in your past. Um, I don't know. I could see it. I could see it for sure. Okay. So let's move on. That was intense. Brittany and Justin are intense. They really get under each other's skin. Okay. So let's do it, Timothy and Kylie. Let's lighten up the vibe. I need to lighten up the vibe. All right. Let's see. How are they doing these days? Let's pull a card for Kylie. Okay, 10 of Cups. We have this in the reverse. I think okay, so I'll say this. Because we pulled the 10 of Cups at all, that is positive because the 10 of Cups is like the most positive card when it comes to like a couple, a connection. This is about like building a future, family. Cups are also like your happiness. So 10 of Cups is like feeling like someone really makes you happy. Now, in the reverse, this is having worries around this connection. So I think she's having a little bit of anxiety right now about their connection, feeling like something could be threatening this happy dream that she has. I just got goosebumps. So, yeah, confirmation. Okay, let's see why. Let's see. Voice of Davis, I still like to move forward with life, but I get what you're saying. I agree with you. Yeah, Voice of Davis, I think you got to move forward, right? It's definitely not healthy to dwell in the past. I just think that for whatever reason, they have had this like bizarre reconnection because of their music and their charts. Like people are talking about them, they're aware of each other. She's saying stuff about him. I just think like they're drudging up old stuff right now, but I know what you mean. I definitely think everybody should just move forward. Okay, so Kylie, what is she worried about? Why is she getting this Ten of Cups reversed energy. Why do we keep getting the Five of Swords? Like, why is everybody so dang sneaky today? Okay, Five of Swords. This is, well, we just saw this card with Justin. We know what this card is. She is worried that someone is plotting around her, around the relationship. Let's see if we can figure out who this person is. This isn't necessarily Timothy, but there is someone around them who is in Five of Swords energy and she's picked up on it. Oh, okay. Yikes. Okay, who is it that is in Five of Swords energy around her relationship with Timothy? Who is it? I don't blame her. I'd be a little nervous too if someone with Five of Swords energy was coming around my relationship. Be like, what? Because this is like lies. Like someone could be telling lies on your name. Someone could be manipulating the situation. Like, I mean, this is really Five of Swords is not good. This is truly someone who has like an agenda. It's giving toxic energy. Who is this toxic person? Penny says, I find it interesting. That is my era, LOL. I find it interesting too, Penny. Let's see. Who is it? Eight of Pentacles, someone at work. Oh my God. Could this be Kris Jenner? I'm sorry. Look at the haircut. I know like this is not a photo of Kris Jenner, but it might as well be. Eight of Pentacles. This is like eight is all about power, money. This is someone who wants to build an empire. Look at this cake. They're basically building this cake made of money. And this is someone who's just working away, working. I think that she's concerned that her mom is plotting behind the scenes, which is really weird because you would think that her mom would want her to be with Timothy. But at the end of the day, drama sells. Like maybe her mom is trying to break them up like, and I know this sounds horrible, guys. This is allegedly for entertainment purposes. Um, she is, but I'm gonna say, I think that's Kris Jenner. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Someone who's focused on the money and who also Kris was born on the 5th. Five of Swords. Yeah. I'm sorry. Totally, that's her mom. Okay. Why would her mom be plotting against her relationship? That is very toxic and very sad, actually. Temperance in the reverse, out of alignment. Because her mom's out of why is the tea so dark today, guys? Allegedly for entertainment purposes, because her mom is out of alignment with herself. The Temperance card is also like an angelic card. So, the angel of temperance, it's all about like balance and harmony. And when you have this in the reverse, if someone's in the opposite of that balanced, harmonious energy, this is somebody who's like, I don't know. It's like, it's really bad. It's like, it's giving extreme. It's like someone who doesn't want to be balanced, doesn't want to like make sure everybody gets, what's rightfully owed to them. This is somebody who wants to like take advantage of situations, basically the opposite of being balanced and like getting your fair share. This is like, I want your share and my share and their share. And it's like, it's bad. It's like greedy. You know what I mean? There's some plot. I think she's trying to orchestrate. Her mom is trying to orchestrate something, allegedly, some sort of storyline. Diane says, I was just thinking it was Kris J. Okay, confirmation. Because I also think that when more than one of our like T tribe here, a little soul fam, picks up on something, I feel like that's confirmation because we're all like using our intuition right now. Um, Somebody commented on the video I did where I was talking about like, the sports tee and I was talking about the number 222 and like angel numbers. And someone commented, like, I was just thinking 222. And I just like screamed when I read that because I do think that we can all just kind of tap into the same, the same frequency. So, okay, Diane. Yeah, confirmation then. Okay, so what specifically is Kris? Let's just dive in. Let's get a little messy then. What specifically, allegedly, is Kris Jenner trying to do? What is she doing Five of Swords energy wise? How is she trying to plot against Kylie's relationship to Timothy. Like, what is the storyline that she's working on? Let's see if we can get a card to like describe that storyline that Chris is trying to, weave together. I mean, I think this is why Courtney had to get away from her family, because this kept happening. And it's interesting to me how Courtney's the only one that doesn't talk to her mom, or well, talks to her, but like doesn't spend a lot of time around them. She's the only one that's separated herself, and she's the only one that's like in a happy relationship. Just saying, it's interesting, right? Kylie might have to follow suit if she wants to have a happy relationship. What is her mom trying to create? Empress reversed. Oh my god. She's trying to create, this is really sad. I hate this. I hate this tea. She's trying to create a storyline about Kylie being knocked off her throne. I think that allegedly for entertainment purposes, she has found that the victim narrative, like with Chloe, for example, Chloe has really been through it in her relationships. And we all like have a lot of empathy for that, right? Like we see Chloe going through it. And so people have like rallied behind her, people lift her up. She's, I'm sure, gotten like more money in some way because of that, because you get more followers, more tweets, more likes. You know what I mean? All of that translates to money in the eyes of someone who is after the Eight of Pentacles. So I think that I think she wants to make Kylie more relatable. This sounds horrible. And Kylie's a Leo. So the Empress, definitely Leos are on their throne. And she wants to knock her off the throne so that she is more relatable to a bigger audience. She's trying to make more money off of this. This is really bad. So she's trying to figure out some way to kind of make it look like Timothy has done something to hurt Kylie so that in a misguided way, that benefits her. But honestly, I think that like having a happy romance, I mean, if Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have taught us anything, we all want a fairy tale. So I think Chris is very misguided in doing this. I hope Kylie listens to her intuition. That's not good. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Wait, what, Diane? Funny. I was thinking 222 since it's my favorite number. It was so weird when you said 222. Guys, Diane, I'm serious. Like, that is wild. We must all be on the 222 angel number frequency right now then. Diane, oh my gosh, that's exciting. Okay, like triple confirmation. Okay. So that story is, I mean, Kylie, hopefully she's going to listen to her intuition there. So let's see how Timothy feels about the connection. So basically, to sum it all up, Kylie's going through some stuff with her own inner anxieties about the connection, but we did get this 10 of cups energy. So Kylie does look at the relationship as her 10 of cups. She could see a future with him, kids, I mean, happiness, the long run. Like this is really someone who is very much, in love. But she's concerned about her mom and the business and all that stuff and how that could affect it. And I think she's right. So my gosh, how does Timothy feel about Kylie? And let's see how Timothy feels about Chris. Diane says, I believe in the number thing. I've had many scenarios that I can relate to numbers. Totally. Me too. That's so cool, Diane. Do you have like a specific angel number that like has meaning to you besides 222? Or is that your main one? Okay, how Timothy feels about Kylie. Let's see. Oh yeah, and if anybody else has a favorite angel number, will you comment it? Let's see how Timothy feels about Kylie. The Chariot. Okay. All right. So this is Mars energy. This is passion. He's passionate about her. He's very attracted to her. Now, here's what I don't like about this card though. We have one woman and two guys in the front. And I wonder if this is part of what Chris might be orchestrating. She might be trying to put together a dramatic storyline. He has some fears and doubts that there might be more than one person that's like talking to her or like interested in talking to her. Like he basically has a fear that she's going to like not leave him, but maybe like leave him for someone else or be like entertaining someone else when he's not around because this is like one like I said one woman with like two men. And this is something that Chris Jenner could be feeding into, which would definitely cause like drama and then more drama. She could spin that a million ways. Um this is his fear though. So he's passionate about her, but he's worried that she might have a lot of people that are passionate about her that maybe or maybe not, she may entertain. This is like a trust issue kind of. Let's pull another one. Hmm. Yes, 14. Ooh, interesting. Number of independence, hard work, and then freedom because 1 and 4, that's 5 in numerology. I like it. So you resonate with independence, trailblazing, hard work, and freedom. I love it, Diane. All right. Let's see. And that's another karmic number, by the way. So it has a lot of like significance. All right. So he is a little bit insecure about the connection. How does he feel about Kris Jenner? Did she plant any of those seeds already? Maybe like saying things in conversation. I don't know. I'm getting there's something kind of weird circling. Ace of Wands, leading with the wands. I wish Beth was here so she could see this. Beth, if you're watching this later, leading with the wands. Yeah. So he thinks that Chris. This is a little funny. He thinks that Chris leads with the wands. He looks at her as the ace of wands. So this is someone who, not only does she just do what she wants, this is someone who really just like does whatever the heck they want. In many senses of the word, they're passionate about life and just getting what they want. But also, I think that she brings around a lot of people who have wands energy, if you know what I mean, around Kylie. So yeah, he sees her as a source of like she brings people around that could be a threat, basically. He sees what she's doing. I think Chris is trying to like bring other people around, other guys around to like stir things up. My God. All right. This is weird. This is wild. Okay. The kind of energy, once you tap into it, you're like, I just want to tap out of this. This is some bizarre stuff. Okay. So let's get a couple more clarifiers just for like how Timothy feels towards Kylie. And let's get an outcome card and we'll move on because this is bizarre. Oh my gosh, your husband was born on the 14th. Very cool. And Diane says, I have an uncanny ability to remember numbers and dates of things. It's hard to explain. Oh, that's amazing. Diane, that must be how you connect with your angels and spirit. That makes sense. It's a great way to do that. And that's so sweet that your husband was born on that number and it's like one of your favorites. That's awesome. I love that. See, we need a fairy tale like that, Diane, not like this, whatever the heck this is. Okay. A twisted fairy tale. All right. Let's get a clarifier. How Timothy feels towards Kylie. Any other info that we can get? 3 of Wands. Okay, he does want to plan a future with her. So they're on the same page. They just need to, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. They're on the same page, but they just need to get away from Chris. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. That's really what it is. I think that Kylie should, like, if I were her friend, I would say, why don't you go talk to your sister? Go talk to Courtney, share some of your concerns and feels. She'll be able to, kind of make you feel seen because she's been through it too. And then try to distance yourself in little ways. You can still be loving, but just have some boundaries. Try not to be so enmeshed or codependent. Because if she doesn't stop that, I'm very worried that this positive connection that they have is not going to be able to last. There's just too much chaos that Chris is throwing into the mix with the Ace of Wands and like that. It's just it's gross. It's weird. It's not a healthy relationship can't grow there. But he does have this 3 of Wands energy, like very passionate about planning a future with her. So they have something great. They should really protect it. Let's see what the next 6 months holds for them before we move on. Let's see. Voice of Davis. I can remember birthdays. I think that's why I like astrology. Oh, very cool. I really just think birthdays, numbers, like it's such a good way to connect with like your angels and with spirit. So I think that's amazing. Oh my gosh, Melissa says you were talking about Taylor Swift's number of 13. I saw somewhere today that her shows are 3 hours and 15 minutes times 4 shows, 13 yet again, 4 shows in Japan. Oh my gosh, Melissa, thank you for dropping that bit of info there. Holy smokes, that's amazing. You know, angel numbers, she is connected to that number 13. That's so cool. Thank you, Melissa. Penny says I'm terrible with numbers. That's why I won't play blackjack. That's okay, Penny. You connect with your angels in other ways, I'm sure. Also, maybe you just do it through like raw knowing and intuition. Everybody, like, I think we all have different methods that we use to connect. Okay, so what is going to be the future, at least in the next 6 months, for Kylie and Timothy with all this energy? What's going to be the next 6 months step? Diane, you freak people out sometimes. I guess you could remember. That's awesome. Even anniversaries. Dang. I like it. Bringing that angel number energy around. Dan, you should read a book on numerology. You'd probably really love it if you haven't already. Five of Pentacles. Ooh. Okay. There is going to be, allegedly for entertainment purposes, I hate to say this, there's going to be some sort of career, a little bit of a ding in the career situation. Five of Pentacles. This isn't great. This is feeling left out in the cold. I do think because this is Pentacles, my God, like a loss of freedom when it comes to work, something is happening. Who is going to experience this? Kylie, Timothy, or both? Why are we're getting so much like career motivation and like interference? This is bizarre. Who's going to experience this Five of Pentacles? Queen of Wands. Oh my God, this is Kylie with 1,000% because she's a Leo. This is a fire sign woman card. So this is Kylie. She's going to experience, this is so weird. She's going to experience in the next 6 months, allegedly for entertainment purposes, some sort of career, some little hit to her career. And this could be something that we see as the public. It could also be something that maybe goes on internally, like just in their little circle. Maybe, for example, this is how it could play out. Her mom could get annoyed that she's not bringing Timothy on the show. I feel like this is like kind of a constant with the Kardashians. Like, Chris is always trying to like use these men and these relationships that the women are having in their lives to, make money, boost ratings, all of that. There's something I think that's going to go on with that, like a push pull. And in the next 6 months, Kylie's going to experience some sort of Five of Pentacles, um, just like a little bit of a hit to her career. And it could be because she may refuse. She may refuse to do that. Queen of Wands also stands in her power. So she may refuse to do whatever it is that Chris is wanting. And because of that, may get some sort of like pay cut, which I think she'll be fine. Um, I like this though, that we're seeing in the next 6 months, she's going to keep standing up for herself, even if it's like a minor snag to her career. I think that she is very financially sound. So I think she'll be fine. But I do like that she is going to be distancing herself a little bit. I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that because there's a lot going on here though, you guys. Wow. I was not expecting to get all of that. Like I was just thinking when we read Kylie and Timothy, it was going to be like, oh, like they're doing well, they're happy and in love. But like, wow, we got a lot. There's just a lot of drama. I'll say it again. I just think the more that she can prioritize her connection and like what's important in life, and draw boundaries with her family and like career stuff, the happier she'll be and the more likely she'll be to have that 10 of cups. Yeah, because I just don't think that the environment she's in right now is really like conducive to that, which is sad, but I guess you got to just own it and accept it and just make good choices. So hopefully she will. Sending her love. That can't be easy. Man. Melissa says, my guy's birthday is on 5/26 and I was born at 5. Oh my gosh. And I was born at 5/26 on my birthday. That's awesome. Oh, see, that's like that little invisible string, like all the little confirmations. That is so cute. I love that. Numerology is so interesting. I 1000% have seen it like play out in so many ways. I can't even begin to describe. It is so interesting though. I agree. I just love it. That's so cool, Melissa. Ooh, Diane, that'll be your next book. Okay, very cool. Very cool. I love that. How fun. Yeah, the numerology thing, it's so interesting because you can really see how things are playing out. Like, do you guys all know your personal year number? If you don't know it, the way you get that is you basically just take the month that you were born, the day that you were born, add those two together, and then add it to the current year. So, for example, I was born on September 9th. So I just add 9 and 9, which is 18, which you add that together, it's 9. The 1 and 8. So you just keep adding until you get a single digit. So that's 9. And then I just had 9 plus 2024, which when you add everything up, it comes to 8. So you just keep adding until you get a single digit. And that's how you can see like the energy of the current year that you're in. And that'll basically describe like what you can expect. So just a little tidbit. Um, yeah, like the Taylor Swift song "Visible String." Exactly. Exactly. Okay, shall we move on to another story, guys? Let's see. Oh, have you guys heard about like the drama around the royals? This was so strange. Like I kept seeing so many conflicting stories. -6. Oh my God. Okay, wait. I'm gonna talk about the royals, but I want to tell Melissa this. So, Melissa, 6 is a year of like it's ruled by Venus. So that is a really positive year for like family, groups, being creative. You'll also feel like really like loved and cared for that year by like the people that you have around you. And like it's a great time to like join a community, do more stuff with your community, take up a hobby. It's a great year to get married, have a child. Like 6 is very much like the warm, fuzzy feelings. It's a very like abundant year. I really like it. So that's good. You're born in September too. Oh my God, you're a 7 energy Virgo. I love it. Oh, Melissa, I love it. I love it. 7 is a very spiritual number. So yes, you're a very spiritual Virgo. Welcome to the spiritual Virgo clan. Okay. So let's talk about the royals a little bit, you guys. Have y'all seen this with Kate Middleton and how people are saying that like the surgery thing was a sham. She was actually, you know, she never left the hospital or she never was admitted to the hospital. It's actually because she's getting divorced from Will. Like I have heard so many weird stories. So I want to pull some cards just to see like what is going on with Kate Middleton. Like, and this might not necessarily even be about her health. I just want to see like what is going on? What is going on with her relationship with Will? Like, I just really want to know because have you guys been seeing the same thing? I mean, I've never seen so many like conflicting stories, especially about a royal, because I feel like they have so many insiders and they also do a good job of like making sure they make appearances and do different things to assure the public that they're like doing well, like even if it's just for show. So I don't know. And I do hope that she's doing well and recovering. But then you hear these like off the wall stories that are, I don't know. So let's just see. Let's just see what's going on with her. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Little royalty. So, how is Kate Middleton doing? Just overall, let's just see her general energy. 6 of Cups. Okay, I like this. So, she's actually doing well. She is with the love of her life, which is Will. So, everybody who has been saying that they're getting a divorce or this is just like a cover up or like a red herring, um, I'm going to say, according to the Tarot T Truth, that's not true. She is spending time with him. She is feeling very loved. I like that. It's good. Okay. Sometimes these like health scares and like, difficulties can bring you closer to those that you love. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting from this. Like they've been brought even closer together. So that's beautiful. Okay, how else is she doing? Let's just see what else we get for her. What else is around Kate Middleton's energy right now? The Magician. Okay, I like this. She's in manifesting energy. So I also like to think of this as like, you're healing, you're in manifesting energy. This is kind of like getting a clean slate. She's a Capricorn sun. So, having Pluto, I mean, and what a transition she experienced in her life. For those 15 years that Pluto was in, or was it 15? Yeah, 15 years that Pluto was in Capricorn, that was right on her sun. So changing the way that other people see her, changing the way she sees herself. And she totally did. She went from being like, I guess, a commoner or whatever, to being, you know, next in line for like the Queen of England as she sits now. So I think that she's been through so much transition that this is kind of a period where with Pluto leaving that sun sign, it's like it's been solidified and now she is figuring out her next chapter as the magician energy, which is like, what do I want to manifest next? What do I want to do with my personal power? So I think that we're going to see her after this, recovery that she's going to make. I think we're going to see her in a new light. I definitely can see her like doing more things solo, talking more about things that she's passionate about. This is really like a strong energy. The magician is someone that can manifest their true desires. So this is, yeah, her being more of her real self. So I think we're going to see whatever's been going on beneath the surface come to the light. This is a good reading. Okay, I like this because you never know. You never know. Diane, the Royals, yeah, they get a lot of crazy rumors. They really do. Melissa, so much agreed. So much craziness. Okay, Melissa says there was a lot of talk a while back where William was cheating. Yes, with a friend named Rose Hambury, right? And there was talk of divorce then, but it seemed to die down for a while everything was going on with Harry and Meghan. Totally. Good point, Melissa. So much craziness. So, okay, it seems like they're doing well. Let's see how Harry and Meghan are doing. Just while we're checking on the royals, spilling the royalty, let's just see. How is Let's see, how is Harry doing? How is Prince Harry doing? Just like his general energy. The sun, he's happy. Okay, good. Guys, we're actually getting like better than I thought cards for these people. So the sun card, he's actually really happy. He's doing well. I don't know what his rising sign is. I know he's a Virgo sun, but yeah, so he's happy. He's feeling good. Okay, let's get a clarifier. Why is he happy right now? Because I feel like people have painted a picture about Harry and Meghan that like they're unhappy, that they're like regretting the fact that they left the royal family. But the tarot T is definitely telling like a different story here. Yeah, right. Most of that is some pretty positive vibes for them. Okay, why is Harry so happy? Is just me or do Harry and Meghan get better? Yes, Diane, we're on the same page. They totally do. They totally do. Especially lately. I feel like people have been talking about how, like, their podcast didn't take off and how they were gonna do this and that, and, like, it didn't happen, and, like, they're regretting that they left the royal like, a lot of stories been coming out about them. Those could have been planted, potentially by the royal family. You never know. Okay, why is he so happy? 4 of Wands, he's happy in his relationship and his marriage. This is having a lot to celebrate with your significant other. So, for what everyone says about them, the tarot T is basically just saying he has a happy marriage. He's happy about his life now. The sun card is also talking about like allowing yourself to shine. So in a family like the royal family, as you can imagine, kind of reminds me of the Kardashians in a weird way. Like the same but different, right? There's this energy of like other people having control or there being like other things besides just like love and being like good to each other, which like happy, healthy family, right? It's about like connecting because you love each other, you support each other. With a family that's more like a business or like more about image, like the Kardashians and the royal family, there's there's a different pressure. It's not just about love and supporting each other. It like all these other things that have to do with like ego and like, power and control, they really can like make the connections difficult and dilute a lot of the love. Even if the love is still there, it's like you can't really feel it. So I think that him getting away from that has allowed him to really shine and like feel his light, his inner light coming back. And I think he's really happy being married and like having his own family, you know? Okay, I really like that. That's sweet. Okay, what are you guys saying? Let's see. Oh, wow. He's a Capricorn rising? Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. So the transit that we just had, oh my gosh, I am like, I just got goosebumps from that. The 15-year transit that we just had of Pluto in Capricorn, that was on his ascendant. So Pluto is transformation, it's power. So he was empowered. He went through a process of empowering himself over the last 15 years. And we definitely saw that breakthrough when he left the royal family. Pluto, big transformation, breaking things down to build something stronger. So, yeah, he broke through. No wonder he's so happy then. That was part of his soul path. Okay, I love it. Thank you, Voice of Davis, for saying that. That's really interesting. Let's see, Melissa. Seems it's always like Megan has used him and gotten what she wanted, allegedly. Melissa. And a Taurus moon. Okay. Okay. So he's triple Earth. I forgot. I did his astrology a long time ago. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So someone with triple Earth in their big 3, like, they really do wanna build a solid foundation, and it's important for them to feel like they have control over their own life. So you can imagine how someone with, like, triple Earth would feel, um, so unhappy under the control of someone else. I mean, yeah. Earth energy really wants to build something solid between their own like, under their own feet that they feel like they earned themselves. So I could see why he would be so unhappy in that situation and so much happier on his own, because now he at least has the opportunity to build for himself. That Taurus moon, yeah, you gotta be able to make your own decisions. That is the media's opinion. Mhm. Yep. Yeah, Melissa, I feel like there are so many conflicting stories about, them, and you just can never tell, like, whose agenda, like, who's pushing this forward. Wow, Triple Earth, right? Okay. Diane says, I heard a rumor when Megan was pregnant, it was fake and that she had a surrogate. Oh my gosh. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like there were just so many crazy rumors. Yeah. And people have even said that, like, some of those are even started by people within the palace because they have been trying to hold on to their image. I would say that the royal family is definitely more about like that Capricorn energy, right? Of like there being a boss and there being like all these people underneath them versus the energy that we're in now with Pluto and Aquarius. This is all about the power going back to the people, and it's about being authentic, and it's not about kind of all that old school BS. So I think they're trying really hard to hang on to something that allegedly for entertainment purposes, I think it's going to more or less be dissolved, within this transit, at least the next 20 years. We'll say that. I don't think that it'll be around after this Pluto and Aquarius transit. I just think it's outdated. So anyway, okay. The tea is deep today. The tea is hot. Okay, let me see what other requests we got. If there's anything else that you guys want to talk about, let me know. Let me see. We've covered some good stuff. Did you guys see that YouTuber stuff with, like, the Austin McBroom tea, where basically they were saying that, like, people think that it started off like, the whole thing with their divorce started off as, like, something that was just fake, and then now it's real, and that it was, like, Shyla that did that. I saw that on the H3 podcast, and that was exactly what the tarot tea told us when we did the reading on them. I was just screaming when I saw it. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So if that's true, then we totally freaking got that through the cards. Let me see what else. There's always some tea. There's always some tea out there. Mhm. Let's see. Okay, have you guys also seen how Tom Sandoval, they're like trying to like bring him back into like I don't know, back to like the mainstream, which is so bizarre. Lifetime is even doing like some promo with him where they're like, oh my god, they're trying to, like, promote him for this, like, movie that they did with him. I think that's gonna flop. We don't need the tarot tea to tell us that, though, because that's just wild. Okay. I don't wanna I was gonna do Kanye West. I don't wanna give him any airtime. I don't like him. Who else do we have? Come on, celebs, give us some tea. Okay, let's do this. So people are saying that Taylor Swift may not do so well at the Grammys this year. Let's pull a couple of cards just to see like how she's gonna do at the Grammys. Because people are saying like, this year she didn't have like a bunch of new stuff or whatever. I don't know. I've been hearing some weird things about that. So let's pull a couple cards on Taylor Swift and see how she'll be doing at the Grammys. Let's see. Oh, good point, Melissa. Makes sense why he was always frustrated. Yeah, lack of control and stability. Talking about Harry. Melissa says, "Did you see where Justin Timberlake said no apologies to anyone?" Yes. Oh my gosh, Melissa, we did a reading about that at the beginning of this tarot tea session. That was wild. That was wild. And then she withdrew her apology. Yeah, bizarre. Can we do an update on Natalie Portman? Yes, let's do that. Okay, let's do that right after this Taylor tea. So on Sunday, the reason that I'm doing this tea early, I got invited to go to a Grammys watch party in New York. I was invited by Instagram, which I'm pretty excited about. This is like the first like big thing I've gotten invited to like that. And I'm going to be like, basically, it's like I guess I'd say it's modern journalism because I'll be like covering the Grammys and like talking about the outfits and things like that on like threads at Soho House in New York with like these other people. I don't even know exactly what else going to happen, but I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm just going for like 24 hours. I'll let you guys know what happens. Like, I have no clue what to expect, who's going to be there. I'm going to be by myself doing it. So I'm going to be like probably totally out of place, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to spill some tea, talk about the outfits. So yeah, this is a little warm up, little warm up. Let's see about Taylor Swift, but I am excited. I'm very excited. So let's see. Taylor T. Oh, that's so nice, Melissa. Yeah, I hope you like the tea from the beginning too. We were spilling some. All right, let's see. Taylor at the Grammys. How's she gonna do awards wise? Mm. Five of Wands in the reverse. She's gonna crush the competition. Okay, so you know how people said like she's not gonna get or whatever. I don't know what she's been nominated for. I'm actually gonna be like doing some research tomorrow so that I can be prepared for Sunday for that event. So I haven't even researched it yet, but apparently, and I don't know if she was really nominated for anything, but somehow she's gonna be crushing the competition. That's her overall energy because we have the Five of Wands, all about competition. In the reverse is basically like there's no competition. So she's gonna come out a winner in some way. Like there's gonna be a general consensus. It could be that she just looks amazing. If she was nominated and people are saying she's not gonna win, I think she's gonna win those categories. So yeah, this is another year of victory for her. I think she's just on such a hot streak. Aw, thanks, Diane. I appreciate it. Thank you, Penny. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'm excited. It'll be really cool. Okay, let's see. I'll let y'all know how it goes, and I'll take some video. All right. So Natalie Portman. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that they haven't broken up yet. Poor Natalie. She's been through it. How is Natalie Portman doing? And is she thinking of getting a divorce? Midnight's as album and then Anti-Hero for record of the year and female song I saw. Okay, Melissa, amazing. Thank you for pouring that tea, Melissa. Yeah, so I think she's gonna do really well. She's gonna be sweeping. She might win all of them. Like, my gosh. Five of Wands in the reverse. Tons of competition, but it's not gonna phase her. It's not gonna matter. Good for her. Okay. Let's see. I'm really trying to tap in to this Natalie Portman tea or energy. What's going on for her? The Tower reversed. Oh man. The only thing I hate more than the Tower is the Tower reversed because this talks about avoiding something. Wait, hold on. Diane, did you or wait, who Voice of Davis. You said that she's finally thinking about divorce. You guys, when the tarot tea is just like spot on. The Tower reverse is about putting something off. So you said finally gonna do it. I don't know if she's gonna do it yet. But she has been avoiding it. I think it's the inevitable because this is the Tower card. Now, the Tower card, when it's in the upright, it's all about just like some massive event happening. It can talk about a divorce, it can talk about a breakup, losing your home, like something really dramatic happening. Um, it's rare that it's like a positive event. I'll say that. In the reverse, it's about something happening, like a tower happening, but you are prolonging it. I hate to say this, but you're prolonging the situation by avoiding it because it's like it's an inevitable thing that's going to happen. So I think that she is going to leave him, but I just don't think she's ready yet with this tower in reverse. It's like she knows what she has to do. She knows that she's going to do it eventually, but for some reason she's just not doing it yet. And wow, I send her love. That's really tough. Why is she in avoidance of it? Whoa. Why is she in avoidance of this tower? Why is she prolonging the situation by not taking action? Man, Penny, she's nominated for 6 awards. Okay, fantastic. Make sure you take some pics. I will, Penny. I will take pics. Yes, Penny, he cheated on her. Diane, she was with this guy who was like a ballerino. Is that what they called male ballerinas? I think a ballerino from when she did like Black Swan. And yeah, he ended up like cheating on her and they have a child together. It's really sad. She's married to him. I mean, it's this whole sad deal. But she stayed with him. Um, why is she avoiding this tower? Jeez, you guys, death card in reverse. Talk about resistance. I have never seen such resistance. And I mean, my heart goes out to her because that's gotta be really painful. Um, Tower card in reverse and the death card in reverse. Holy smokes. This is basically just reiterating what that tower in reverse was. I have goosebumps. This is wild. The tower, the death card in reverse is like wanting to avoid the ending. So basically, we got tower in reverse, and I asked the cards, what does that mean? And we got avoiding an ending. So it's like basically I already told you, like, what I said, and, like, that's what it is. It's very cut and dry that, like, this situation is allegedly for entertainment purposes, not good for her. It needs to end, and she just doesn't want to end it. It's not even really like, we're not getting an answer as to why. It's just, like, basically, this is like a boulder that she really just doesn't wanna start pushing. It's resistance, pretty much just resistance. That is so sad. I don't wanna leave it on that. Let's see, what would be something helpful for her? Like, let's just try to, like, leave it on a positive note at least. What energy would help her? What is a mindset that could help her to get started on that difficult boulder? And if anybody else, is going through that watches this now or later in the future, what's advice for anyone feeling resistance to doing something that they know they need to do? That really makes me sad. What is advice for that? Breaking through that energy. Oh, got 2 cards. Gonna take them both. Um, not the cards we had earlier. Stop. The Empress in reverse. So this is remember your power. Remember who you are. Remember that you are the Empress. You are a goddess. That you are powerful. You are strong. You have everything within you to live the life that you want to live. And this Chariot in reverse. Now, because we got like the last time we read with this card, it was like about cheating. I'm gonna say, just in a very literal sense, this card is about not putting yourself in situations where, like, someone's cheating on you. I mean, this is kind of literal. It's like, you deserve better than that, basically. You're the empress. So, yeah, just know that, like, you don't ever have to settle for that, basically. How sad. So, yeah, Natalie Portman, I think that she's just not ready to remember that she's the empress yet. She's just kind of going through it. So, let's just send her love. Let's just send her a lot of love. That is really, really sad. Mm, dang, that is brutal. Let's Let's pull a card on Sabrina Carpenter and that guy Barry Keoghan, because people have been saying more that like they're still dating, all this stuff, and I really want to pull some more cards on them because they just remember last time we didn't get like any passion. I'm curious to see like what their situation is, and then I do want to pull a card for Selena Gomez, just like kind of just hitting the regulars, just the people that I've been seeing all over the tabloids. I do feel like Selena Gomez has been making a lot of effort to try to keep herself in the headlines with Benny Blanco. I think her PR team has been working overtime. So I'm curious to see like why that is or like what's going on with them. But oh, this card is like sticking out. We'll keep going. If it's meant to come out, it will. But the cards are getting a little wild. Okay, so let's pull one for Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know if she's in a relationship or if they're just like dating or what. I'm just curious. Oh, dang it. Maybe I shouldn't have pulled cards on them. Ace of Wands in the reverse. So in the upright, this is like passion. In the reverse, this is like losing interest or like a turn off or like a red flag. Okay. Well, I think not great. I think that she may have had some sort of experience where it was like a turn off with that guy. I don't know that that connection is going to be lasting much longer. I feel like he did something that kind of like gave her the ick, if you will. Voice of Davis says Taylor Swift planted a snake outside of a fan's house, so fans think it's a hint. The Reputation TV is coming soon. Ooh, how exciting! She planted a snake, though. Oh my gosh. Well, and remember she's been wearing like she wore green to the Golden Globes and she wore like snakeskin boots out in New York. I think you're totally right, Voice of Davis. I think that she's definitely doing Reputation next, and I can't wait. I love that era. It's very Scorpio moon. Penny, do you also love it? I feel like all my Scorpio moons out there, Reputation's where it's at. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that for them. It looks like Sabrina Carpenter might have a little bit of the ick right now, so we'll see how long that lasts. What about Selena Gomez? Why has she been in the tabloids so much with Benny Blanco? Like, I'm just curious about that. I do think they really care about each other. I think. Let's just see. Let's see what the tarot T is on Selena. What's the update for her? Oh, and I wonder if she'll attend the Grammys with him because he's like a musician. That would make a big statement if she did. Oh my God, guys. 10 of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So this is Penny says yes. Okay, Penny. Yeah. We see each other. 10 of Swords. This is like, the it's over card. She's doing this. So in the reverse, she's doing this because she doesn't want people to think that the relationship is over. It's almost like she wants to really make sure that people like know that she's with him, which is why she's trying to like be really public, having people like say things in the press, like because her friends have talked to the press about it. It's a lot, right? Like sometimes people just they'll be dating someone and like no one will really say anything. But even her friend, like Francia Raisa, was like saying something about how she supports the relationship. It's just a lot. Sorry. It's almost past my bedtime, I guess. Like getting tired. Um, she's just like very conscious of wanting people to know that she is with him. I wonder why. Why is that? Why is she so concerned about that? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes, of course. Why is she so concerned about that? Two of Pentacles in reverse. All these reversals. What the heck is this energy? She wants people to know that she's like staying balanced. So in the reverse, Two of Pentacles, like this would be someone who's out of balance. I think that she has a little bit of an insecurity around people not thinking that she's like balanced, not thinking that she's like in a good headspace or whatever, because maybe she's like talked a lot online or whatever, and that's her business to do, share whatever she wants to share. But I think it's a little bit of an insecurity of hers that people sometimes look at her as out of balance. And she just wants to like cultivate a more stable image of like, people seeing her as like in a healthy relationship with someone who cares about her and, very stable herself. So I can see that. I think that she's just trying to enter a new era, if you will, like her friend Taylor Swift. And I just think that's why she's kind of putting it, out there constantly. I don't think it's because it's not real. I think it's because it is real, but she just has like a little bit of an insecurity that she's trying to work through. So makes sense. I get that. That makes total sense. Yeah. Well, I guess that's the tea for today. I was like, at first, I was like, oh my gosh, there's been so much drama that's happened this week. And then when I sat down and start reading, I'm like, actually, not as much drama as I thought. But it was fun. It was fun checking in. I like checking in with them, but mostly I like checking in with you guys. You guys are my favorites to check in with. It's like the celebs just keep doing crazy stuff for us to talk about so you can pour more tea. But this was so much fun, you guys. I hope that y'all have a great weekend. We have a new moon coming up in Aquarius on the 9th of February. I'm really excited about that one. That's my rising sign. So I'm excited because personally, it's going to be like a rebirth kind of energy. And then for everybody else, like wherever Aquarius is in your chart, like you're going to get a surge of power, of excitement, the opportunity to make a transformation there, especially with Pluto and Aquarius. So just a little heads up, look in your birth chart to see which house is ruled by Aquarius and start setting those intentions once we hit the new moon on the 9th. Set those intentions the day of and make sure that you just manifest the heck out of it because this is going to be a really powerful new moon, especially like I said, with Pluto in Aquarius. So let's make the most of it. That's what I'm excited about these days. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. This was fun. Thank you, Diane. You have a great weekend too. Thank you, Penny. All right, you guys, I'm sending you a big hug. This was so much fun. Melissa, thank you for being here. I know you were new or just maybe new to the chat, but it was nice to talk to you. So thanks for joining us. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Big hugs. And I'll be sure to share about New York and if anything interesting happens. If I see any celebs, I'll be giving you guys the tea. You know it. Oh, thank you so much. All right, you guys, big hugs, sweet dreams. I'll talk to y'all soon.